Hello again, I am Blunty, and on my desk today, look what just arrived. It is the Razer Seiren, their first desktop microphone. I was about to say first microphone, but then I remembered that they have microphones on their headsets, like the Razer Kraken here, which does have a remarkably good microphone on it, especially for this relatively budget-priced gaming headset. But you know, if you're serious about your audio, especially when it comes to doing YouTube Let's Plays and streaming on Twitch and, you know, even for musicians, as such as just up here, you really want something a little bit more substantial than a headset mic, and this is Razer's answer to that. Now, I tend to use this when I'm doing a lot of my voiceover work. It is a Samsung. It's what's the model number on it? It's the C03U USB patent condenser microphone. It is really nice, and it is really beat up because I've been using it for years and years and years. Look at the poor thing; it's disgusting condition, but it still works brilliantly. And you know, that's a proper studio quality microphone there, and that's what they're claiming here. And the microphone most people tend to use when it comes to this style of desktop microphone, particularly when it comes to streamers on Twitch and YouTubers and stuff like that, is likely to be this fella here, which is the Blue Yeti, a very popular choice for this style of microphone in this sort of field of endeavour, and these are quite good. I've been testing this one for about a month now. It came through, and I'll be putting a video up about this and a product that came with it quite soon, but it has proven to be quite a good microphone. So the question then becomes, is this better, or at least as good? Well, I don't know yet. Like I said, it just arrived on my desktop today, so what I'm going to do right now is unbox it, and we better start by reading the box, see what it's got for us. So, high definition studio grade recording. I have a little bit of problem calling audio high def because it's neither here nor there, and it's a bit iffy, and there's no set standard for it. Whatever. Built into the Razer Seiren are three 14mm custom tuned condenser capsules in an array that is capable of 4 different recording pattern configurations, able to record in outstanding clarity levels multiple times that found on CDs, with an impressive recording resolution of 192 kilohertz at 24-bit, and that is good. That is proper studio quality stuff. 192 kilohertz at 24-bit. That's serious microphone technology. That's what you want to see right there. The Razer Seiren is the perfect tool to reach out to your subscribers. Blah 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 blah. Zero latency headphone output, which is what the Blue Yeti also has a little microphone port on the bottom of it, and you need that for a USB microphone because there will be a delay when you're monitoring these via your computer, because it has to go through the, you know, get processed through the USB cable out and processed on the other end and then churned out on your other end. There is often a very slight delay with all that processing going on. So you do want a zero latency headphone output so you can monitor your microphone levels accurately and instantly, and so you don't confuse yourself, because it is very confusing when you're talking into a microphone, you're hearing yourself come back through your headset with a little bit of a delay. It's a nightmare. So very important to have that. Optional recording accessories. There is a shock mount available for it, as well as a pop filter. Whether or not those are essential, we'll find out when we go to test this thing. But for right now, let's pop them into... Oh no, we've got the other side to read yet. We'll slice that open right now, and then we'll read the other side. The Razer's version of blah, 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 it's just marketing blurb, really. It's talking about the different patterns here. The one you really want to worry about when you're doing voiceover stuff is cardioid, which means it'll pick up mainly from in front of the microphone and a little bit from around the sides, but not from around the back, so you get very clear audio regardless of what's going on around you. There's a stereo function there, good if you're singing or playing instruments and whatnot. Omnidirectional, you can stick that in the middle of a table and get a whole bunch of people. So if you've only got one microphone for a big group podcast or something like that, this can get you out of trouble. It's not going to be as good as having everyone have their own microphone, but it will get the job done. And bidirectional, so it picks up from either side of the microphone, but not around the sides. So if you're doing a interview, for example, as it suggests here, or if you're doing a two-person, you know, streaming podcast, whatnot, you can either sit one other side of the microphone and sort of get away with it that way without having to have two mics. Yeah. So anyway, all that aside, I think we got some. Oh yeah, Razer's done the thing where they put the Velcro on the box, so you can use the box over and over and over and again to store your microphone when it's not in use. So you can seal it back up again, nice and easy, and just make an ugly noise. Right. So, welcome to the cult of Razer. Something they say on most of their products. We got a little tab here. We'll pull that down. What do we got? This will probably a slide out thingy here. So, yep, instruction manuals and stuff there. Stickers like you get on all the other Razer products. And, there we go. A really nice, oops, hit the microphone there. A really nice braided USB cable. And you do want a nice, decent quality braided USB cable, especially for microphones, because microphones do get moved around a lot. So you really want a cable that will put up with punishment, and that's where the braided stuff comes in. It resists getting tangled, it resists, you know, damage. more easily than the plastic coated stuff, basically. So good there. Let's find out what's in the box. Whoop, there we go. Lovely little presentation there, just caked in the foam. So I think that's it for the box. There's nothing else behind that foam. Don't think so. We'll seal that back up for now. Pop that there, and see, the Velcro holds it closed. So now we've got a little sort of what would you call that? There is a name for that style of desktop mount. I forget what it is. We'll call it the slingshot mount, for want of a better word, because it does look a bit like a slingshot. So a couple of knobs on either side here to make sure you can position it where you need to position it. Tighten it back up again, and you've got two little dials on the front here, which I don't know what they do because I haven't read the instructions yet, obviously. On the other side here, we've got a V. I'm assuming that will be volume for your monitoring, and that would be a mute button, I'm guessing. On the bottom, you have a standard, 3/8 microphone mounting point. That's threaded mounting point there, so you can put this on standard microphone stand. So if you've got an overhead mount or something like that, or a boom arm, you certainly can put that on there. There's your monitoring for your headphones. There's your USB. That's all there is to the little beastie, basically. I keep banging him on his own thing because he doesn't want to swing around completely. We better tighten him up again. So there you go. I'm not going to plug him in yet. This is just the unboxing sort of introduction to it. As you can see, the thing lights up there and everything when he's on, as per Razer stuff is wont to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend at least a week testing this thing out. I'll do some streams with it. I'll get back onto the Twitch and do some more Pokemon streaming, and we can compare these two side by side as well. Should we do that in a separate video or as part of the review? I feel like they might do well in a separate video, just directly comparing the two. Then in the review we can just focus on this guy and what he does well and what he doesn't do well, and or if he doesn't do anything well. But either way, that is the actually I should do a video comparing all three, shouldn't I? But that is the Razer Seiren, the first desktop studio quality microphone introduced by Razer. They, are specifically targeting YouTubers and in particular streamers and stuff, because Razer is video games. Video games is Razer. Computers, video games, accessories, all that kind of stuff. That's where their focus is. So that's where their marketing is going to be when it comes to pushing this thing about. So I'm going to end this video there. Let me know if you have any particular questions about what this thing can and can't do and what you want me to test out with it in regards to, the types of setups you tend to use. I will try to fulfill as many of those requests as possible, but until the review comes out, which will be at least a week away, because I do need to really put this thing through its paces properly, don't I? No point doing a review straight out of the box. But that is it for now. I am Blunty. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Well, okay, you know what? It would be stupid of me to do an entire unboxing of a brand new microphone and not at least plug it in to make sure the thing works before I publish the video about it. So here we are. I've plugged it straight into my MacBook Air. No installation of drivers or any of that kind of stuff. Just plug and play. I plugged it in, recognized it immediately as an audio device. I'm recording on Audio Hijack Pro at the moment. The simplest way to just record something through the Mac, basically. Now, just for a point of comparison, I'm going to switch now to the lapel microphone that I've been using for the entirety of the rest of this unboxing video, just so you can hear the difference. So this is the lapel. This is the lapel. And now we're switching back to the Razer Seiren microphone. Nearly forgot what the damn thing was called then. It is brand new. Give me a second to just try and memorize the names. It should be easy enough to remember, shouldn't it? Siren, noise stuff, or maybe it's an allusion to the sirens of the sea, because they're all sea based, the Kraken monster and the sirens of the sea, and that's probably the more on brand naming convention that we're trying to think of. But as you can hear, and as I can hear right now, it is a really lovely sound. There's very little background noise, and my window is open over there, so you should be hearing a lot of street and stuff. And even if I sit back a little bit more, you will be picking up a little more room noise this far back, because we don't have as much proximity effect anymore. But if you don't have the room to sort of get really up close to your microphone, you do need to rely on it. Oh, and by the way, the two buttons on the back there, one was for the pattern, the pickup pattern, cardioid and all that sort of stuff, and the other one was for the gain level. And on the front, yes, that was the volume and the mute button. So if I press the mute button, but what I said then was, if I press the mute button, you can't actually hear me anymore. But there is a really cool little feature on this thing, which I didn't know about. I did very little research when they said, oh, do you want us to send one of these to you so you can test it out? I went, yep. I didn't even really look at the webpage that hard, but there is a little display on the front here, which gives you some fantastic at-a-glance feedback to how much gain you've got applied, which pickup pattern you're in at the moment, where your volume level is set as far as your feedback headphones and stuff goes. It's all really fantastically well done. I'm impressed so far, as you should be, but we'll find out more once I put this thing to its paces a little bit more thoroughly in the proper review, which again, about a week's time. But until then, thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.